Hello, my little crones and my little munchkins. How are you today? Well, for me, it's early in the morning, and I had to get up because we need to have some hot lemonade. And don't worry, because I got peppermint. I got peppermint leaf, and I got those little peppermint balls that you can put inside the lemonade. Well, you say, well, why I don't have hot tea? Well, everybody got hot tea or coffee. But have you ever had a hot cup of lemonade? It does the belly right. And it's good for the digestion. And not only that, it gets you circulating down below, if you know what I mean. Well, with that being said, I want to first of all talk about someone who sent me a message about my reading that I did on Riri. And I want to say to this person, that person's name is True. I do agree about that baby, but I felt like not agree with that, but I did get a reading. However, I chose not to speak on that and chose to go the way that I went. However, I want to thank you for bringing it out and dealing with that. And I just wanted you to know it didn't go undiscovered, really. But sometimes I just have to weigh what I'm going to say and what I'm not. And I felt like what I said was far more than enough. So I'm wishing her the best and everything and blessings to her bundle of joy. Her little Taurus little man. I wish them nothing but the best, and I thank you for sending me that. Thank you so much. Now, on with my next topic. My next topic is, I was thinking, now this has been happening to me lately. Now, I don't know what's going on. I was thinking about Fonzworth Bentley. You know, he was back in the 70s, back in the 90s. He was like, or 80s, and he was, not 80s, back in the 90s or the early 2000s. He was like P. Diddy hit man, and he could dress real good. Honestly, I have been asking about him for the last month. Like, what happened to Fonzworth? I remembered his name being Fonzworth, but I thought his name, I just knew him as Bentley. And I was like, he used to dress real good, and lo and behold, there was a blogger who did a little documentary on him. Thank you so much. I wish I could have remembered your name. I wanted to go and write it down, but it came on, and I was so enthralled with everything you said. You did a fantastic job, and I went to write it down, and then it was off, and I couldn't find it because it got lost in circulation. So you know who you are. You know you did it. Kudos. That was very, very good. And it was like you was reading my mind. And thank you for that. Because that was just, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was very good. Now, here is the reason for the season. Okay? I have not been really wanting to deal with these darn Kardashians. I've been dashing and hitting and missing. Don't want to say nothing negative at all, okay? And I'm not even going to say this is a hot topic. And I'm not even going to call it a hot button. What I'm going to say is, this is just no news like good news. Like the story is always changing. So they are not a hot topic, but because they're always a hot topic. And so you don't want to start every day with the hot topic is. The hot topic is, so you have to spread it out. So I don't want to call them no longer my hot topics. No, they're not. They are my usuals. They always stay in hot topics. You just pick and choose to what you want to talk about. Well, they done got me all rubbed up. Now, you know, I told you I wasn't watching the Kardashian show. Wasn't watching it. However, I listened to all the commentators. That's why I don't really talk about things that I don't know. If I talk about it, that's because I've been looking into it a lot. However, here again, like I said about the Bentley, just mysteriously showed up on YouTube. I've been noticing on my phone, okay? It be showing up stuff I don't want, stuff I took off, stuff I don't watch. The Kardashians has been showing up on TikTok with these amazing scenes, and I'd be like, I'm not gonna look. But I found myself looking, but they got me, and this is what they did. I don't know if this is past. I don't know if it's present. In other words, I don't know if this happened in 2021, 2022. I don't know. But whatever it is, they showing it on my phone. Oh, a whole lot of clips, old, new, just a lot. And I'm telling you, with Kris Jenner getting ready to retire, there's a whole lot of something going on over there. So let me tell you my spin. First of all, let me inhale so I can go in order. Breathe. Because you know I like talking about them. Anyway, let me start with Kim. Now, I might be a little scattered, but you know I'll bring it together because at the end, I still want to do a reading on Kourtney and her husband,
Travis Baker.
I've been wondering, this is my own opinion, allegedly my own. I'm in my own room, in my own universe, thinking my own thoughts in my own head. So I'm just letting you know, these are my thoughts. But tell me if these are not things that make you go, Ooh, I can't wait. I feel like the old Crone is itching to come out, but I'm doing it. Okay. I found it kind of curious that why would Kim want to be with Pete Davidson? It just never, like this is my own, being intuitive, follow me. I'm getting ready to go in. I truly believe that Kim is jealous of Kourtney. There was a time where Kourtney and Kim were identical, in my opinion. They look a lot alike. This is my opinion and what I'm getting and what I know because I followed them. And now I look at the dynamics of their relationship. They are actually fighting now. I saw Kim and Kourtney fight, was it last year or whenever? So these things are recent, within the last 2 to 3 years. You've seen a breakdown. However, I see Kim constantly metamorphosing into a whole nother person, but I see Kourtney staying the same. Here we go. Why would Kim, she's got black children, why are you trying to be with a tall, skinny, white male? Because Kourtney, Travis
Baker,
is tall and slender. He got the tattoos, so the other one got the dress. This is some kind, just think about it. Think about it. Kourtney always stayed true to who she was, to her whiteness. I'm not talking about racism or anything. I'm just talking about what I see and observe. Follow me. This story is beyond racism, but I can't help but look at something that's striking that makes me go, that make you have a pause, that make you never thought about it. Until now you see the wedding. Until now you see Kim is trying to do everything she can to shadow this wedding. She's doing everything to make herself seen. And most of all, this video that I saw, Kim and Khloe wanted to overthrow Kourtney. I couldn't believe it. They wanted to take her out. Am I lying, little Crone?
No.
I wish I could show you. They was plotting. They wanted, and they called the mother. And they wanted the mother to do it. Because they were saying she's not showing enough. She's not showing enough negativity. Let me put it out there. She's not showing enough negativity. She thinks she's better than us. Who does she think she is? She thinks she can just come in and do what she want to do. Well, if you're not willing to put yourself out there, then we want you out. We want to overthrow. The mother told, I'm paraphrasing. The mother said, paraphrasing, you two sound mad. What are you talking about? She says, you got to be kidding. They are like, no, we're not. Mom, we want her out. I never thought that I would ever see the day that I would literally see the Kardashians fighting. Because at the beginning, that's the one thing they did not want to be seen. And this is the second time that I done seen Kourtney and Kim get into a beef where one led to fighting. And like Kourtney, and then I saw another one where Kourtney says, you know, these clips they've been showing me. Where Kourtney said, you know what? I can show up to work and we can talk about it. Or I could be a bitch. I can be a bitch all day. She read her with that. Like, I could be a bitch. I can come to work and just be a bitch all day if that's what you want. I ain't got a problem. And then she just read her. Like, I can come up here and just be naked showing booty ass with Skims all day. Oh, she read Kim. So Kourtney has always been the one. And another thing, Kourtney was the one that the mother was closest to when it came down to finances. It was Kourtney. However, I saw another thing. They were showing the commercials. If I'm all over the place, I promise I'll rip it all up and get it together. I saw another thing. They was doing the commercials. All of the kids were in it. But guess who wasn't? Kourtney kids wasn't in these commercials. It was Storm and name those Kardashian kids. I could just say that. They were kids by Kylie. They were kids by Kylie. They were kids by Kim, definitely, and Khloe. If anything, Scott was in the brief one, the little baby boy. They were in none of it. When they had a vacation, they showed 2 vacations. They showed the Kardashians, and then they showed, what's her name?
Kourtney.
And what's her last name? Banks?
Baker.
Baker. 2 different families. They are trying to get rid of Kourtney. And did you know that Barkley, what's his name?
Travis Baker.
Travis is selling his house because he doesn't live far from her. I think that Kourtney is leaving, and I think that they're going to move to Wyoming and start a new life. Go ahead, Court. I'm rooting for you. And I think they want her out. But I think that Kourtney is going. And I think from what it looked like, Kim looked like she is so jealous that you now getting a tall, skinny white man that trying to resemble that, because you know Travis got all the tattoos, but you know he's fly. He's fly. No matter what, he's fly. You can tell he's a good-looking guy. He's tall. He's fly. I'm gonna get back into him in a minute. And here Kim. One thing I noticed about Kourtney, she's very classy. She's honest and she's real. I like the way that you could see that she's aging gracefully. I like the way you could see her body. She doesn't look fake and phony like the rest of them. Oh, yes, I see it. And I think that Kim is so jealous. Now, this is what I see. Now, when I saw them coming to the wedding, it's supposed to be gothic. I don't know who was by. I didn't do that kind of the research, but I did the research in my mind, knowing what I do. I just don't want to look at any papers. I just want to free flow. So what I did notice, the way Kim was dressed, I was a little disappointed. I don't like the blonde. Stop the platinum. Stop the dress. It's like her dressing is not at the, and this is me being honestly true about it. She just doesn't have that mystique. She doesn't have that extra that she had when she was with Kanye. Now, of course she's not, because Kanye is no longer a part of her wardrobe every day. Her set to say, yes, this look good. He could be over there in Russia somewhere and he could say that. She doesn't have that. So as she fumbled her way, I want you to remember, Kim never was a sharp dresser. She was always dressing like what was fashionable streetwise. And we thought that she was hip because that she was just dressing like what was in fashion for us. And he came in and he elevated her. And now to watch her try to maintain the status, I mean, she done already went everywhere. And this is another thing. And I was looking at Kim kids, and the one thing I said to baby Crone. I said, none of her kids look alike. I mean, they don't, I'm sorry. I said, none of her kids look like her. Like I was just trying to see the resemblance until my daughter's friend pulled up a picture of Kim when she was what?
In high school.
High school. Oh my God, I want that picture. The kids look like her, and it brought me back to reality. That's not Kim. That's why her kids don't look like her. That's a clone Kim. That's the imitation Kim. When I'm saying clone, meaning she done did so much alteration to her face. That's why her children don't look like her. But when I show you this picture, oh my God. Tell me that her kids don't look like that picture? And let it just linger for a second. And when I saw that, for the first time, I could see Kim and Kanye and the kids. To me, that's amazing. And I'm not saying that to be sarcastic. I'm saying it because when I see Kim, that's just Kim. I'm not looking at plastic surgeon, even though that's just in my face. But I was just kind of wondering why her kids don't look like her. And now they do. The old her, what she was supposed to look like, what Kourtney looked like. Because her and Kourtney looked identical. It was Khloe the one that stood out. Now Khloe, outside of being tall, her, Khloe, and Kendall, they all look alike. And I still see Kourtney still holding her own look. It's refreshed, revived, but she's still playing that natural. She's still doing it. And I don't like it when she go out of her way with all the colors, but she can wear a smoky eye. She can wear a smoky eye. But getting back to it, now let me get to the wedding. I don't know where Pete Davidson is, but she was there with her daughter. I didn't like, I don't know. It was in Italy. I don't know. The dressing, I don't know. She's just off to me. Kimmy is just Kimmy now. She doesn't, Maybe because she wants you to see all sides of her. I don't know. It's something gone. Something that constantly remind me that she's 41 years old. Maybe it's the relationship with Pete Davidson. Maybe it's the jealousy and having a white boyfriend, like tall and awkward, I'm not trying to judge Travis Scott, but God knows if you was coming from another country, you would look at him and pause. We're so used to seeing people tatted up like that. But I assure you, there was a time in America, you would look at the people like him and awestruck like, trust and believe. There was a time not very long ago, probably I could say back in the early 20s to the 1990s, they were coming out looking like that, looking like vampires and goth. They were gazed at with the Charles Mansons. Is that their name? Mm-hmm. They were looked at, they were feared. And not only that, remember, they would play themselves as vampires. So if you got on the elevator, they be not talking, yo. They be like, and then, they don't say anything. And I used to think they were rude until somebody said, no, they sleep, honey. Girl, yes. This is what it was. So to see him representing that's art. That's a time and space and life where that look was like, damn, that only the daring would do it. And not only that, you didn't see no black people doing it. Trust and believe. Now you see Lil Wayne. Come on. It's other people. Birdman been doing it. But not like them. Not like them. So I'm just saying, so to see this wedding is true to Kourtney. They're gothic, very goth. And I love it. I love the fact that she just looked like she's marrying the wizard and the witch. And I love the blue. I wish I knew what that blue represented. Or maybe that blue represents something borrowed. I don't know. But around her veil is something blue. And I don't want to get in who was there, what, why. I just know this is the wedding of the weddings. I heard that the people that is there, people from all over is coming. And I'm just so happy for Court. I wish her nothing but blessings and wishes. And as Kim seethed in this jealousy, in this, can't you imagine? She's not the star. And I truly believe they're trying to do an overthrow, but they don't have to. Because I think Travis Baker is going to scoop her up and they going to Never Never Land. And I would like to follow them. But I think that they're going to shut down the curtains and live a private life. And we'll hear about them every now and then. I'm telling you, I told you that the Kardashian kingdom is coming down. And I'm telling you, it seems to me that Kim knows she can't rule. She knows she can't. Kourtney seems like she doesn't want it because you see the separation and everything with them. And you could see there's an overthrow, and you see that the momager is saying, I'm ready to retire. And I know if Kim had it, people would run, because clearly now she shows me she's a bitch to work with. And it's sad to see, because there was one time when Kourtney and Khloe were close. Now, I'm just saying. So, just saying, I'm just going back to some old stuff, because remember, I used to follow them like a plague. And now I'm free and I'm delivered. So I'm giving you stuff, what's going on in the now. Again, kudos for them. We're going to send some good old prayers going up for the Kourtney. And we're going to say, let your marriage last. Let y'all be together for 25, 50 years, for as long as you live. Let your marriage be fruitful, where you have babies by this man, and that your family love one another, and that you and Scott and all of y'all can grow and be a family and show us what we're really working with, instead of from husband to husband and man to man and babies and all of that. Come on, Court, you can do it. You always been different. You always stood up for yourself. You and Kendall. I love you guys, and I wish you nothing but the best. Because when I look at Kourtney, I look at, now that's a Kardashian. That's what they look like. Anyway, congratulations. So, now that I'm done with that, I think that was good. Now I want to get into something a little somber. And this has just come out. However, I just want to get into it, because if I don't, I can't. So, let me bring myself down. I was fumbling through the news. What this was on Friday or Thursday, trying to get to see what's going on. But I flipped all the way over somewhere where I don't even look at news. Okay? And I already knew that Cora Jakes had divorced from her husband. So, because I stood on the fence, this is where I stood. This has been several months ago. I don't know. This has been a while ago. And I didn't talk about it because I was feeling like, oh, here's another one of the preacher children. Marriages didn't work out. And just maybe this is me being silly. But this is my thought. I was feeling like here's another marriage by the great T.D. Jakes. He joined two people together, and here his daughter marriage fall apart. Like really? Like, how you saving the world when you can't save your daughter? So, not saying that that's his responsibility. Not saying that. But understanding that there must be something flawed in her character if she didn't recognize the man in what she married. And neither did he. That's all I'm saying. Because if you're walking in the spirit I'm not judging, I'm just saying my opinion. Don't judge me. If you walking in the spirit as you claim, it can come as a vision, as a dream, to wake you up and let you know something ain't right. And what I'm telling you, when I found out the reason why they got a divorce is because he tried molestation, I don't know if it was her daughter or what. I'm blown away. And so now they getting a divorce. But I could deal with that. This is all allegedly. But then, now I got to get to digging now. Because I already knew that, but now I'm getting to digging. Now I go to Larry Reid. Because he's church news. And Larry Reid confirmed it. I looked at that Larry Reid show for at least, 4 times. I was tracking it in my phone because I couldn't believe it. That she's in charge of children's ministry. I guess for me, it's a little sore spot because I know what it's like when someone tries to take your baby illegally and threaten you. And use the fact that you are postpartum, so you're crazy, and make you feel unfit. I understand that. That's why this story is dear to my heart, okay? To lose your child. Now, from what I'm understanding, this is no longer a baby. I think he was born, and look it up, I think he was born in 2012, 13, 14. So this little baby got to be like 7, 5, 6. See, when you look at the story, they did an illegal adoption. Illegal, in other words, what do you mean? Illegal because you pulled papers, you got somebody in a high order to rush things through, didn't go by the proper protocol. I know it happened to me. It happened to me. And so you grow up. You really think you can keep it a secret and steal that woman's baby? Shame on you. And you got your eyes fixed on another one? My curiosity is, you got one that's 13 years old. How did you get her? So what do? You rule the kids ministry and the women that come in with little kids and pregnant, you find their weaknesses and play on them? This don't sound good. This is stinky. And even if the lady signed the papers, she want her child back. For the love of God. Cora, you sound like I was trying to find a movie to make light of it. Obsession. You the baby obsession. You obsessed. That is so cruel. You lure those women in. Ooh, I know because it happened to me. You lure those women in at their vulnerable spot. And then because you're T.D. Shake's daughter, and to me, you need help. And it's shame on your family for not getting you proper help. You need help, sis. You need help. And the one thing I did not know, which makes this story even more unbearable to listen to, she is barren. She can't have any kids because she had this disease. Did you pull it up? What did I have you pull up?
Trying to find the age of the baby. I couldn't find it.
I think the baby is, I think she had the baby in 13, something like that. Either way, the baby is between 5 and 7, somewhere along that. And this woman said, I've been fighting. I've been fighting. She said, I'm just getting loud now, but I've been fighting. And I'm telling you, I stand with Larry Reid, and I'm judging my own opinion. Not cool. And if anybody has gone through some of this, you'll say, how could you sign over? You know what? One time I'll tell you how bad it got with me one time. I'm not going to say who, I'm just going to paraphrase it. I had to go get therapy because this was really horrifying for me because I couldn't get my baby. So I go to, I'm getting therapy. I'm trying to do everything I can to try to get my baby. So because I had postpartum. And because I had postpartum, they felt like I couldn't take the baby. So I gave the baby to a blank person that I trust implicitly. And that person told me to live my life. I can have my baby back whenever I want. And it's good. They just wanted the best for me. No strings attached, no guilt involved. I got you covered. Well, I went to do that, so I set off my life to get married, to do all these things, to please. But what happened is when I started to go pick up my baby would scream and holler, and they would say, you got to get away from the baby because the baby is scared of you. I'm like, how come the baby's scared of me? The baby wasn't scared of me 3 months ago. Because, the baby's getting older. The baby is going on 1 now. So why is the baby? Oh, they're not used to baby. I say the baby, it started being a psychological things. And without going further in my story, I understand the psychologicalness when you under postpartum. Because when you postpartum, you're scared to take care of your baby. Because you know you're not right. You want to save your baby from yourself because you know here you ain't right. Postpartum is, my God, and it don't go away overnight. It creeps up on you and it creeps away from you. Thankfully for me, mine was like about a good 4 weeks, a month. I would just have outbursts crying for no reason, crying when I'm happy, crying when I'm sad, until, I could sit at the table. It was like a crying disease. And then on top of that, I would get these excruciating migraine headaches that would make me feel like I was having a nervous breakdown because I had never suffered with headaches. The stuff is real, people. So for Cora to do it, my heart, Cora Jakes, and for your family to support this, they are enablers. And that is not good. And there's been a lot of things that been going on in the Jakes family, like about the sons. I know that they are a monument to justice. But I'm telling you, everything that has cracks or holes in it is coming down. I told you this is the year of reveal. There were babies born in the year 2022. 22 to 20, what is it, 2, 2, 2, 22, 2, and there have been babies born 2, 2, 2, 2. I'm telling you, special babies born in this transition where the top is being knocked off their pentacles. People dying in the middle of their lives. Woo! It's a time to just go out and say, you know what? Let me go out and clean out my garden. Let me plant some better vegetables or some better flowers. Seriously. I'm telling you, this story is so sad. And I want Cora to please get the help you need clearly. She's doing the same old thing. I'm telling you, I watched him like 4 times, like over and over. I couldn't believe it. And I could identify with it a little. I could identify with it a lot. So, it just, I can't imagine what that woman is going through. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to feel like you can't win. Because who you're fighting against is far greater than you. Have more power than you. Because the person I was fighting with was a social worker. That has more power than you, greater than you. I understand this. So, I believe your story. And I'm sending prayers up for you. I really do. I'm sending them up because this is not right. This is wrong. And that's where I stand on it. Unless something else come out, my heart bleeds, because this is jacked up, that people use power to do what they want, to get what they want, and ignore what they don't want to deal with. That's all I'm going to say about that. However, even from the tutor to the rooter, you mean to tell me how long this man, her ex-husband, or her husband been around kids? This is just a jacked up story. I'm done. Well, anyway, my little crones and my little chickens, I'm going to come back real fast. I want to do a reading. Kourtney Kardashian. I'll be right back. Love you. Ciao.